Shamiran traveled back to the year 2021 and shared her experiences with her German culture and history class. Scott was very intrigued by the stories she told and wanted to know more about them. He went to the library and found the necessary books to read the stories for himself. He took them home and read them all to their entirety before he went to bed. That night while he slept, he had some weird dreams about the characters he had read about in bed. "I've heard your story, but I want to know more. What happened to you after the ball and after you got married? How did things go for you?" "After all of that, my sisters were still blind and felt pretty bad for themselves. I truly felt bad for them, even though they put me through so much in the past. I invited them to come live in the castle with us. I knew they could be taken care of and tended to, and aided in walking around the kingdom when they wanted to. It's incredible that you have been so nice to them after they were so nasty to you." "It was the right thing to do. Besides, they didn't have anybody after my father and mother decided to move away. They were embarrassed by their blindness, so they abandoned them. For as wicked as they were, I still feel bad for them. Father was against it initially, but he went along with it in the end. He decided that because I was off and married to the prince, that he didn't have any reason to stay anymore. However, on a happier note, the prince and I are with child." "That's incredible. A future prince." "A future prince? No, the king and I have not had a child yet. Well, he wants one. A boy, obviously." Internally, "Where does Cinderella go?" Out loud, "He wants a boy so he can one day become king, correct?" "Yes, exactly. I am incredibly grateful I left my former kingdom and came here to this one. I can't even imagine my life if I had stayed." "What do you think would have happened had you stayed there and allowed your own father to marry you?" "I wouldn't be happy at all. Here, I am happy as can be. I leave the castle and walk around the grounds of the kingdom like we are right now. If I had stayed, I would more than likely shut myself away from the public to save myself the embarrassment of facing the people of the kingdom. I don't think our marriage would have been very well accepted, not by me anyway. It all sounds like it would have been a bad life indeed." "It would have been, but it turned out the best way possible. After we were married, we started a tradition of holding a public ball every other Friday night. We made it available to the public so anyone can attend, sort of as a tribute as to how we met in the first place." Scott woke up out of a sound sleep suddenly when he heard the sound of his alarm clock. He was still thinking about the dream he was having. It felt a little absurd to be dreaming about interviewing fairy tale characters, but at the same time it was interesting thinking about what their lives would have been like after the ending of the Grimm brothers' published stories.